Well, we are here on this Kacha road leading up to the Department of Earth Sciences and Physics. I believe we are, moving around here, taking a look at the biodiversity of the place, the wildlife, plants, and smaller other creatures, big and small. We are trying to understand the nature here at the University of Hyderabad in Gachibowli. This is the first leg of the tour, and this is near the main entrance. As you enter the building, the campus, it is on the right, the Kacha road. This actually leads to several places which Anis and Bala have they have sketched out the plan for us to explore the campus. This campus was about 3,000 plus acres in the beginning, but today it has shrunk quite a bit because of encroachment from people around the campus and other kinds of activities that are going on here in Hyderabad as part of the urbanization and also the move towards, as the cities grow and the whole idea of the high-tech city that had come here in Hyderabad. So we'll see how things come along as we move forward. So just wanted to begin with some comments there. 6:40 a.m. here on Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022. This is our trip to the campus, looking at the natural diversity of the place, the trees, the plants, the insects, the ponds, the lakes, the animals. We are on the side road here, Kacha road as it is called in India, which is the mud road, which is leading toward the Department of Earth Sciences and Physics Department. And by the way, the Earth Sciences is indicative of the shift that has happened even in higher education institutions, that Earth Sciences is the discipline which actually in the West and other parts of the world, so to speak, inaugurated the Anthropocene. The Anthropocene is the age of the humans, where we have begun to make decisive shifts and have, according to a documentary, shifted the Earth, the planet, outside its natural limits. So that's a big shift. That's why there is a whole discourse on climate change all over the world, particularly in the global South, the Middle East, the South Americas, the North Americas, South Asia, Far East Asia, even the North America, Europe. Everywhere the effects of global warming, the effects of climate change can be seen. Floods, droughts, extreme weather conditions, heat, temperature increase all over the world, and we have witnessed that. I've been here in India for the last 6 months, not 6 weeks, and we have had extensive field work, and I have found out that I have participated in a couple of workshops on mitigation of urban floods in Hyderabad, floods in Assam, and you can see this little pond here, water which is kind of brackish water, green, I guess some algae in it, the water that is stagnant. It might also be a place where you could find both the good and the bad and the ugly in terms of this is the drinking water source for insects and other creatures, but we just wanted to show you around here. Well, here you can see as we enter the side road here, the statutory warning about poaching of wild animals is an offense and is punishable under Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 with imprisonment up to 3 years and fine up to rupees 25,000. University of Hyderabad had put up this billboard or that the board here. But one thing that it's important to have the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, but the fine up to 25,000 is not enough, though. Meaning you need to increase that and also make it much more stronger, the law, because the wildlife, we have bears, we have peacocks, and all of that. It's always, of course, this is a campus, and the students would not be the ones who would be doing that, but the poaching from outside by other third parties, so it's a good idea. It's very important to keep those signs. I have seen those signs elsewhere, and also behind that you can see the effects of the plantation drive, and you can hear the peacocks right at the back. From time to time you will hear them. They are in their flocks, the peacocks, and the plantation drive. There are similar kind of trees here, which is not a good idea, as you can see from the video, to have similar trees. But the university is trying to look into this, I guess, and try to figure out if they could, make some more diverse, plant some diverse saplings. And we are walking into one of the side roads here. As you can see, the plants and huge trees. I just wanted to remind folks here, we've been reading communication theory, and we've been reading media theory. John Durham Peters has always said that Earth itself is a media. Manuel de Landa, who's been writing about on philosophy and all that, he has said that that we have a whole history of 500 million years of mineralization of the earth, and then he has provided a very substantive and a very nuanced understanding of media, understanding of deep time, the time where the idea of the time itself, which is connected with the soil, with the earth, with the crust of the earth, the inside of the earth, with rocks such as this. I'm holding here some kind of a quartz here, but rocks and other have a sedimented history. History which is not just the history of humans, but also history of the geology, geosocial history. So there's a lot that is going on here today. 2022, for the last 10, 15, 20 years, the shift has already happened. So we need to begin to think, rethink, reimagine media, not just institutions of broadcasting, not the camera that we are using here to actually record all of this on a mobile setup, which itself is a very good thing. But if you look at the cell phone, the way it is constituted, the way it is composed of rare earth, minerals and other kinds of things, it's a very distressing fact to that, because there is a lot that is going on in terms of e-waste, children working in the mines, young children in Africa, in India, in the Middle East, Egypt, for instance. They have huge sites where they dig up and they actually unpack and take apart the cell phones that come, the used cell phones and computer monitors and chips that come from the West. Solid waste, as it is called, much of that is a computer waste, electronic waste, and that is hazardous to their health. A lot is happening in different parts of the world in terms of that. So that itself tells us that media itself is constituted out of the earth, from the bowels of the earth, rare earth minerals. And today people, you can see that there is a struggle for accessing the rare earth minerals in China, in other parts of the world. What we want to do is to have a more deeper understanding. So the urge to theorize has to actually subside a little bit, and we need to look at the practices of how communities are understanding and communities live with nature, and try to build better interpretations and better understanding. Bala, go ahead, please.
Sir, this is the first time I'm getting to go around the campus and look at it from a media perspective, and first time with a professor and teaching us as we explore. And it was very good. It was a very new experience for me to learn practically, and it's very different to it as compared to the classroom teaching. So I learned a lot, and it's really helpful, especially with the way you told us about the rock formation and deep time and all that. It was wonderful, sir.
I was a student here for 2 years, and a student. Then I was teaching for 5 to 6 years. I didn't get such an experience from my academic life. I was never expecting such a thing from my academic, but it take a different turn here with Sanjay sir. So thank you, sir. It was very.
Thank you so much, sir.
It was very nice.
Appreciate that, guys.